Yo, 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 what's up, guys? Let's do a sound check. How's everybody coming in today? We got both streams up, nice and running. No issues like last time. But good morning, guys. All right. All right, guys. What's up, Shally, Rich? Good morning, good morning. All right, guys, remember we got the scanner stream up today, as well as the day trading stream, which is going to be this one. And so good morning. We hope you'll join both of them and be a part of the scanning stream so you can see some scanners. Go check out Trade Ideas. I'll post those links as well. And be a part of this stream as well, guys. All right, so how's everybody doing this morning? All right, hold on. Let me get the sound rolling here with the Trade Ideas stream. So hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So remember, if you're in the scanner stream, we do have. If you're in the scanner stream, we do have our live day trading stream up right now, where we're going to be day trading live at the open. So we'll try to get both of these running. Let me post that link here as well, so you can check out both of them. All right, guys. So yeah, we got both of these up. So what's everybody watching today, guys? What's everybody looking at today? Interesting morning for sure. All right, guys. So yeah, so RKDA looks like one of the most interesting stocks here. And if we look at our gap list here, we got FBIO. Look at some stocks. We got FBIO gapping up here. Looks all right. We got APTX. So we actually got a lot of penny stocks that are gapping up today. V-Ray gapping up some. TXMD, FTCH. I traded this one on Friday. Did not have good results with it. AM, we got SBG, SB. Let's see what else we got. GL, SYY. So we got some gappers here, but most of these are actually with low volume. RKDA looks interesting. Let me know if you guys see anything else that looks interesting here. Here, CLDR. CLDR looks okay. Small range, though. We got Roku gapping up, which looks solid. Gonna watch MU, Cron, CGC. Looks okay here. All right, guys. Here. Hold on one second, guys. All right, I'm back. All right, what's up, guys? All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to tell my kids goodbye. So what's up, guys? So what do we see today? What do we see that's moving today, guys? What do we see? What do we got today? And like I said, if you're in the scanner stream, we do have our live day trading stream up where we're gonna day trade live, and so we'll try to kind of manage both of these here. Let me see. How's everything looking? I think both streams, I actually did a little bit better than I did Friday. Friday I was struggling to get both of these up, but today it's definitely a little bit better now. So yeah, we got both of them up. All right, this should work. Cool. What's up, Adrian? All right, so yeah, so Roku here, and we got RKDA, and the cool thing is that RKDA is tradable. So also, Friday I actually ended the day up $40 in gross profits. Unfortunately, though, after commissions, you can see I was down. I'm down to $491.49, so I lost about $15-20, which is totally fine. I'm still up roughly $500 in this account, and I just need to keep pushing here. It's been a tough week for sure. Not the greatest week, but not the worst week last week either. And losing days and weeks are ultimately going to happen. And so it is what it is. We'll just try to keep pushing here. I don't expect every day to be green. I know every day's not going to be green. And so it's just trying to keep pushing here, guys. We're just going to keep moving, keep pushing, and we'll see what happens today. So what's everybody's favorite watch? I know we're going to get a lot of RKDAs, a lot of people talking about RKDA and stuff like that. But for me, I mean, I don't see too much that's really moving aside from that in penny stock land. Like I see RKDA, I see UBNT, which is Urban Outfitters, maybe. Let me see. No, it's a stock I've never heard of. UXIN. So yeah, really we're getting a lot of penny stocks on the scanners, but not a lot of like real movement, honestly. We got some penny stocks on this list, but they're not moving a ton here. And so that's the biggest issue. It is what it is. We're just going to keep trying here. And see what we can find. So yeah, so we got Roku, MU, RKDA. Like I said, let me know what else you guys see. Let me know if you guys see anything else that's more interesting here. And yeah, like I said, if you're in the scanner stream, you can keep the scanner stream up while you watch this trade. And so that's kind of what we're going for here. If you look at the link in the chat, you can you can see the link to the live trading stream as well, and you can just keep both of them up. But yeah, guys, go check out Trade Ideas. Their summer test drive is starting today. And so their summer test drive is starting today. I'll post this link on both streams. Go check them out. Their summer test drive is starting today. You get to try out Trade Ideas for $8.99 for a week, which is pretty cheap because, a monthly subscription to Trade Ideas is over $100. And so the fact that you could try a quarter of a month out for only $9 essentially is a pretty solid deal. And like I said, guys, if you enter the code BT15 when you're signing up, you get 15% off. And so go check that out. Let me see. I'll post this link. And so yeah, I did speak with them. They gave me a discount code. So you put in the code BT15, you get 15% off Trade Ideas scans. OSTK. Some people talking about OSTK here. OSTK looks solid. It had a really strong day. When I'm looking at OSTK here, hold on. Let me make sure I have enough room. I want this chart to be the biggest chart. There we go. So OSTK here, it's got some support underneath it, which I don't mind. The big thing is just looking at the daily chart for OSTK. I think it's going to have a lot of resistance. It's at 25.74. So it broke over that previous resistance, and it's right around this new resistance here. Right around here is where it's at now, and that's where the other resistance is. So yeah, maybe see if it can break this, turn into some support there for OSTK, but it does have some resistance above it now in the daily chart. I may look at it for a potential short, just depending on where it goes after this, see if it can break under that previous day's closing price, and see what we can get with that one is what I'm looking for with this one. So OSTK, RKDA again, and the big thing with RKDA is that if you look at it, every time it spikes, it fails. Every single time this thing spikes, it fails. So like if you look at the daily chart and you look at the long-term chart here, it just fails every time it spikes here, guys. Spike, fail, spike, fail, spike, fail. So every time it spikes, it fails. I'm not saying that's what it's going to do this time because it's gotten some volume in there. Let's look at the 3-year chart. But I'm just saying most of the time it doesn't hold its gains. And so with that said, we'll see if we can, look at it for a potential short. It just depends. I got to be careful shorting this though. I like it a little bit better as a short today than I do Friday after its first move. So we'll see what happens here. We also have YTEN if you like penny stocks, GGAL, some people talking about big gap down there for that one. The SPY overall, the market overall is gapping down some after a really nice rebound on Friday. Friday we had a down gap almost all day, and then after 11:40 or so, we just got a really big rebound all the way back up to 290s. Then we're getting another big gap down, so kind of in a little bit of a channel it seems in between the mid 290s and the upper 280s for the last few days. So we'll see what happens with the SPY here as well. Let's go ahead and look up some market news, shall we? Some market news today. That is RKDA, Scott. That is RKDA. Spike fail. Oh, man. GameStop. GameStop is still down here. I mean, I might as well sell this put. I mean, if it'll let me sell it, that'll be a 300% gain on this put option. Or, yeah, 200% gain. Let's see if it'll let me. And just to clarify, I'm not trying to act like I'm like a big time options trader. When I say 200% gain, I just mean it doubled twice. And so, basically, I bought the put option for $2 and it's now at $4. Or that's only 100%, I know, but my math was off. So 100% gain. But yeah, so I spent $2 on the put option. I'm selling it for $4. I'll take it. We'll see if it actually gives it to me or not. SUPV. Yeah, big gap down for SUPV. So let's go ahead and look up the news here today, guys. All right, so basically this is from MarketWatch, and it says, quote, stock index futures pointed to a lower start for Wall Street on Monday, building on previous week's decline on lingering worries over U.S.-China trade tensions and continued unrest in Hong Kong. The major benchmarks are mostly down today. We got the Dow Jones down 0.63%, which is 164 points. We have the S&P futures down 0.64%, which is 18.7 points. We got the NASDAQ 100 down 0.73%, which is 52 points. And Yeah, so it says, quote, stocks ended on a volatile week on a down note Friday, undercut by President Donald Trump's suggestion that September trade talks with China might not occur. Wall Street began last week with the worst day for stocks of 2019 before enjoying a midweek rebound. So basically, the market's down today, guys. We're down at 290.16 on the SPY. And so, you know, if you look at the daily chart, though, it's not... The big drop happened... right at the beginning of this month, right at the beginning of August is when this big drop ended up happening, and we ended up dropping, in the SPY at least, down from 298 all the way down to 280s. So pretty significant drop. Since then, we've rebounded about halfway back there, and then so we're kind of in this little consolidated range here, and here, and so we'll see what happens. That's the range I would look to break in the SPY, but yeah, definitely going to be watching the overall market today to see what happens. Like I said, let me know if you guys have anything specific you want to see me look up with regard to news. Alright guys, so yeah, so CTST will probably drag down all cannabis again for a couple days, so let's see. Yeah, CTST is an interesting one. Here, let me pull this one up so y'all can see it. Look at this. So CTST went parabolic. And when I say parabolic, I just mean it moved up in a very significant way, in a high percentage way, in a very short period of time. And basically, what you want to look for when you hear somebody say parabolic, just for a little bit of a lesson here, is you want to look for a parabolic curve. And what that is just a stock. So normally you'll see a stock go like this or like down and then up and then down. You know, that's the normal movement of a stock right here. So you can see that, right? When I say a stock goes parabolic, what I really mean is that the stock is doing this, a parabolic curve, which is basically going back. It's bending back. It's going up so quick that the incline is getting steeper and steeper. And so you can see that with CTST here before it basically gave it all back in after hours and pre-market. But yeah, that's a parabolic curve. That's what I mean when I say parabolic. It's just that the rate at which the stock is going up is getting more and more steep. And so you can see that here with CTST. Like a parabolic curve is just a bending curve like this, as opposed to like a typical movement where it's kind of up, down, up, down, up, down. Like that's regular movement. A parabolic movement is when it's getting steeper and steeper like this. That's what parabolic means. If you ever hear anybody say that, that's what parabolic means. And so I think that's a good lesson for traders this morning, because a lot of people don't really know what parabolic means. All right, guys. So yeah, RKDA. We could look up the news for RKDA here. Still going to stick with big size. If you guys remember last week, I did start using a little bit larger sizing with my trades. Still going to stick with it. Still going to see what we can do with that. All right, RKDA. Let's look at some RKDA news. So these are the biggest movers from Friday, and it says RKDA was up after Verdeca received USDA approval of the HB4 drought-tolerant soybeans. No, so check out Nick. Check out our new. We have from now on we're gonna try to do 2 different streams at once, and so go check out this stream. You can keep both of them up at the same time, Nick. So this is the scanner stream, and then we also have the live trade stream. So I'm gonna be on both of these, and so you can hear me on both of these as well. You should be able to hear me on the scanner stream as well as our current live stream. So yeah, so if you're in the scanner stream and you want to join us with our live trading stream and see my beautiful face here, I'll post this link here for you in the scanner stream. There's the link if you want to come join us in our live day trading stream. And then if you there's the link in the chat if you want to see the actual scanner stream as well. So we got both of them running. So yeah, so CTST definitely interesting. I really doubt it's tradable for me. Yeah, it's not, unfortunately, and you know, the reason it's not tradable is because the liquidity before yesterday was pretty poor for this one. So just bad liquidity. Those are typically the ones that are not tradable. I think somebody else mentioned OSTK. OSTK looks okay. And then we got Roku here. We can look up the news for Roku, but Roku's, popping off pretty quick here as well. So I see a raised price target for Roku. So Needham analyst Laura Martin raised her price target to 150 from 120. So basically up $30 for her price target. It's the highest listed on FactSet. Her view is, quote, per MarketWatch is, quote, that Roku is better positioned than Netflix Incorporated to benefit from the growth of streaming media. She says, quote, the vast majority of streaming services to date have chosen to either charge a subscription fee or give consumers free programming supported by advertising. She also said, quote, Roku's focus is on free content supported by ad dollars. Next, Netflix is competing for subscription dollars. Roku stock is, and so then basically it follows up with the stock has soared over 300% this year. So very interesting. Basically, she's bullish with Roku. We'll see if that one ends up working out for her. But interesting. We'll see what we get with that one as well. But basically, yeah, price target raised. Did they fill me? No, they didn't. The only time I've used Roku, and the only time I've used Roku is I went to vacation on Michigan. I went on vacation to Michigan a few months ago, and you guys remember they had the birds in the background from Michigan. The birds were chirping in the background on my Michigan trip. And I bought a TV at Walmart in Michigan, and set up Roku on the TV, but eventually the TV started giving me problems and I returned it conveniently at the same time I came back home. And so, but that was the only time I ever set up Roku on, aside from that, I've never used it. I think with smart TVs, the increase in the technology that smart TVs have, I think needing to be organized with your streaming services isn't completely necessary, because I think that most new smart TVs, specifically Sony, Samsung TVs on the other end are usually a little bit trickier and they don't work as well on average. So especially the older ones, and so I think that I don't need anything to necessarily organize me with my streaming. You know what I mean? Like, I can organize that stuff myself. And just to check, Scott, I see you in the scanner stream. You guys can hear me in that stream as well, right? I'm trying to make it so you can hear me on both. But yeah, honestly, so if you're in the scanner stream, the scans you are looking at are Trade Idea scanners, and so they're Trade Idea scanners. So you're interested in checking out Trade Ideas? I'll post that link here. Cool. All right. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, brother. Yeah, go check out. Yeah, for sure. You're just gonna if you're in both streams, you're just gonna have to mute one of them if you wanna listen to the different things. But yeah, go check out Trade Ideas. Their test drive is starting now. Their test drive is starting today, and so for the time being, you can get their test drive. You can try out Trade Ideas for a full week for $8.99. So go check those out. Yeah, Roku is actually one of my best percentage swing trades. So basically on Robinhood, when Roku IPO'd, I bought it IPO'd at like $20, so $30. And so this thing is up crazy since then. It IPO'd at $15.75 or something around there. $15-16 is where it IPO'd. And so I remember I bought like 1 or 2 shares of Roku, and I held it for like a week. And during that time, it doubled. And so I made like, 200%, 300%, 400% in a matter of days. trading Roku, just buying 1 or 2 shares of it. I made like 50, 60 bucks with it. I can't remember exactly how much or how much it went up and how long I held it to. But I know I made at least 100% in like 3 days. And so that's actually my biggest percentage gain in swing trading is off of Roku when it first IPO'd. Now, if I'm being honest, I think it might be a little bit overpriced at this point. And this is just my personal opinion. It's just my subjective opinion, guys. Speculative opinion. But yeah, I mean, of course, it depends on the float, and I'll have to take a look at the float, but I think it may be a little overpriced at this point. How does it save you money though? Daily. I'm genuinely interested in how it saves you money. I'm not trying to talk bad about it. I just don't know enough about it. When I used it, all it really did was have me sign in to all my streaming services, and then that's basically it. I signed in and it kept them organized on my TV. That's all I know Roku to do. If it does something different, maybe I'm out of the loop with that. But from what I used it for, that's all I ever really did with it is you know have it organize my streaming services. All right, guys. You guys ready to trade the open? Let's do it. How's everybody doing today? YRIV. Yeah, YRIV. If you like penny stocks, I like YRIV. I think YRIV is solid. Nice gap up. It's at that very interesting level. Like when I used to trade penny stocks, the biggest, most interesting level for me was the whole dollar of one. The whole dollar of one is just such a solid level that everybody's watching it, and if the stock can break one and then hold that area of support, it can really rip. But it's got to hold that area of support. That's just such a massive technical level, the whole dollar of one, because it's the first whole dollar that stock's encountering. And so if it can actually hold that level, that $1 level as support and then move up, a lot of times they can squeeze up really, really quick. But if they can't hold that level, most of the time I would say they get back down to where they were previously. What's up, Yosef? What's up, brother? Mitch is going to be here. Mitch said he's going to be a little bit late today. He had to drop his girl off at work. But he said he's going to be here. Yeah, for sure. Right. It keeps them listed on the exchange as well if they're over $1. So just a big level, interesting level. All right. So yeah, OSTK. We'll see what else we get today, guys. A lot of kind of penny stocks on the gap scanners, but not a lot of them look interesting to me, if I'm being honest. Not a lot of them look good for me. I don't really like most of these. Yeah, I mean, we got some action in RKDA, but aside from that, the market's a little dull. Except for like Roku. Gonna watch SQ2 and then AMD, obviously, like I always do. AMD always, it's always volatile, and people ask me why I always typically look at AMD. And the reason I do is because it's volatile. It's usually volatile. It typically has a solid range, and it's consistent. And so for that reason, I watch AMD almost every single day just because of how it moves. And I've had pretty solid results with it. Yeah, I know, Ymir. I can't get that one to fit. If I did, it would take up the whole thing on this. I mean, I could mess with it here and try to, see if I can change where the float shares is going to be. No. I mean, it's not going to let me, well, maybe it will. Okay, wait, let me see. Let me, If I could figure out how to move this thing up, it would be a lot better. Yeah, I can't. Actually, that might work. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, I could do this, guys. How about that? There we go. There we go. That should work, right? Now you can see the float with both of them. You can't see the... I took out the company name because I don't think that really matters if you have the symbol. There we go. All right, let me know if that works. Tried to fix it so you can see both. It should work now. All right, guys. So, yeah, we got about 15 minutes until the open. But, yeah, guys, remember, once the bell rings, or in about 10 minutes, we're going to put the live scanners up as well. We're just going to get the regular scanners up. Is the float going to be a problem with RKDA? What's the float like with this one? Let's see. Somebody let me know if you see the float. Wait, it should be on the scanners. Okay, so the float is 4.77 million. So it's a very tiny float. Like Mitch said Friday, the big thing with these penny stocks is float rotation. That's what really makes these things move. And so that's a very small float for RKDA. So basically, think about it like this. The smaller the float, the less shares that are available to the public, the easier it is to make that stock move. And typically, the bigger range and the more volatile that stock's going to be as long as it has volume. So the smaller the float, the bigger the range, the more volatility the stock is usually going to have, is how it works. Because if you think about it, the less shares out there, the less shares it actually takes to make it move. To where if it's a large float stock, if it's a larger float stock like 1 billion shares, I could buy, 5,000 shares, 10,000 shares, and it's not going to make that stock move at all. It's not going to influence that stock at all. But with a low float stock like RKDA that only has like 4 million, if I buy 10,000 shares, that's a pretty significant, percentage of the total amount of shares that are available. And so it's going to have some influence over that stock. If I buy like 10, 20,000 shares, it could actually make the stock move and, manipulate the stock. And so that's why float size is significant, because it all tells you basically how much the range is going to be, how big the range is, how volatile the stock is ultimately going to be, and how much influence traders have over it. Is the big thing to understand. It rotated the float 10 times on Friday, man. Yeah, I saw it went crazy. The VWAP bounces on Friday for RKDA were really, really interesting. Look at all these VWAP bounces. And what we talk about is that the VWAP is a trend indicator. It's an intraday trend indicator. And so basically, what you get with the VWAP is it tells you the intraday trend of a stock. So if the stock is above the VWAP, it's in an upward intraday trend. Basically, that day's trend at that current time is up. If it's below the VWAP, the current intraday trend is bearish. It's downward intraday trend. And so what you see here a lot of the time is when it changes trends like it did at the open at like 10:08, 10:09, after that, every time it pulled back to the VWAP, it bounced. And so that's what we call a VWAP bounce. And what I like to do with those is buy it right around that bottom, right around the VWAP. So when it pulls up and it's moving up and it's in a bullish pattern, when it pulls back to the VWAP, you buy it and then you sell it right around the high of the day, the previous high of the day. And you can kind of rinse and repeat that all day until it stops working. And you can see how many times RKDA pulled back to the VWAP. Just an interesting buy opportunity there. I didn't really pay attention to it as much as I should have, but interesting VWAP bounces for sure on that point. And yeah, typically what I like to do with stocks like RKDA is short them. I usually like to short these type of stocks because most of the time they're not going to hold their gains. And of course, you have outliers that are going to go crazy and make these huge percentage moves, but most of the time these stocks are not going to maintain these gains that they make. And so I just like to look for an extended level with these and buy some put options if there's any put options available. A lot of the time there's not, though. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the time there's no put options. And so, yeah, there's no put options on Robinhood. And so that's the biggest issue is actually finding some options available for it. But yeah, that's typically what I look for is just overextend and move and where I can buy some put options and kind of, profit from it. Yeah, I mean, it can definitely get squeezed, Alvaro. It can definitely get squeezed, man. And so it just depends. I'm sure typically what happens a lot of the time when you get moves like RKDA, you have a certain amount of long buyers that are holding this thing now. And so you get a certain amount of long traders that are holding this thing and they're waiting for a big pullback to sell. Um, and so what you get a lot of the time is when it finally does drop, it's going to drop huge because all the long traders that are holding the stock are now just jumping out of it. Same thing can happen on the other end though. Now if you have enough people shorting it, if it's I don't know if it's HTB or if it's easy to borrow or hard to borrow or but somebody said the short percentage is 65%, so it sounds like you can short it, but that can also squeeze it up. Whenever you got a bunch of people shorting the stock and it starts to move up to uncomfortable levels for them, a lot of the time it's like the high of the day. When it breaks the high of the day, a lot of short traders are going to bail out of that as well. And that can start to squeeze the stock up, especially considering the float's tiny for this one. Um, yeah, for sure. I mean, and it's one of those things, like I said, if you look at the long term chart, I don't want to be pessimistic with it, but if you look at the long term chart, every time it spikes, it fails. At least on the daily and the yearly chart. I mean, it had a nice little spike up here to 66, and I remember this move. But most of the time when it spikes up here, it fails. It doesn't ever really hold its gains. I got these fruit flies that are just everywhere. Yeah, it never really holds its gains, and so if I could buy a put option on this one, I would. And I'm not saying it's going to stop running or come down today. What I am saying, though, is I think if you look at the stock in a month or two, it's going to be down. It's going to be down probably to like $2 or $3. But I might be wrong here. So, not an investment professional. TMCX merger. Yeah, just no volume for TMCX, unfortunately. All right, guys. We got Mitch here. Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Let me just mute these so I don't get any echoes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get this working here. Say something?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, they can't hear you. Hold
All right, there you go. All right.
Hold on. There we go. All right, I got it. Hold on, wait, let me make sure. All right, guys, we do have Mitch here. Say something.
What's up, guys? What's up? How we doing, everybody?
Yeah, we got Mitch here, guys. All right, so yeah, today we got RKDA. We got Roku, ROKU. We got OSTK. We got RYIV. We got CTST, which isn't tradable, but it may push the cannabis sector a little bit.
What's up with CTST?
Cannabis stock, I believe. Had a
Oh,
crazy day on Friday. Pulled back, basically gave up almost all the gains, back down. So
yeah, this was one of the cheaper ones on my swing trade. $2 buy.
yeah,
Yeah, this one's been hit too much. I think it did get some really negative press because of what happened to them. They had they were growing in rooms that weren't kind of approved yet. Let's just say that. And so with that, they got hit with regulation, And of course, now they're going to be on high alert. They're going to be watched, and they didn't have the best earnings to help them. So this is a stock that I can see turning around as its IPO. It IPO'd at 991, now down there to 230s.
Yep. Yeah, man. I mean, we'll see. I think it IPO'd in the when did it IPO? I think it IPO'd in the heat of the cannabis boom, and I think a lot of stocks are looking pretty rough. Like one stock that I was very adamant on the ultimate failing of, is TLRY. I talked about this one a ton when it first IPO'd about how ridiculous this price up here at 300 was. But if you look at this one, I mean, around the same time that CTST IPO'd, TLRY IPO'd, and it went from 24 up to 300 within like a month maybe. And then it went all the way back down to 42. It's still, the interesting is it's still twice as big basically, or it's about it's still up a solid amount from where it IPO'd, but it still looks weak because it got up to 300. CLDR, yeah, I had a few people talk about CLDR. Cloudera, right? Yeah, and this one's interesting. It is tradable for us. Had a very big week a few weeks ago, right? Let me see. Let me see how long ago that was. I know this one gapped up.
We'll be watching AMRN.
Yeah, on the first, this one gapped up and then basically failed. So yeah, I'll watch CLDR. GCAL for short opportunity. I'm not showing anything for that one. I'm not showing any stock for that one. Are you meaning GCALX? Oh, GGAL. Oh, I got you. Watch it for short opportunity. The AM headline is interesting. 9 of 10 biggest stock decliners pre-market are Argentina-based companies. Yeah, I mean, GGAL is getting hammered here. Absolutely huge drop. It's down 50% in pre-market, roughly 50% or so. So it's just getting hit. Just a crazy drop here. All right, guys. So we got 5 minutes until the bell. I'm gonna go ahead and put the gap or the new scanners here.
For that case, I'll be watching this ETF BRZU. It's a Brazilian ETF, but has a lot of Argentinian stocks in it. Loma. Wow.
There we go.
We'll be watching Loma.
All right, guys. So there's some actual momentum alert scanners that are going to be up for the open on the scanner stream, guys. So go check those out. We got those up now. And like I said, if you're in the scanner stream and you want to join us over here at our live trading stream and watch us actually trade the market open, I'll post this link here. And so come join us, guys. So yeah, I'll post this link here. And if you're in the live scanner stream with us now, but you want to watch us, there's the link. And if you want the scanner link, if you want to join our scanner stream and take advantage of the Trade Ideas scanners, I'll post that link here as well. There you go. Oh, wait, did I just post a link? Oh, no. Okay, good. Yeah, there's the scanner stream links, guys. So, yeah, let's do this, guys. So, we got a few options today for sure. No face cam today, brother?
Yeah, no face cam today. It was running late, and it was just too much today.
Stress. I got the big one up, man. I figure I'll put the big one up for this one since I have some more space here.
There you go.
My daughter's been drawing me pictures, as you can see behind me. Oh, man, these fruit flies are everywhere, man. They land on my face. Can you guys see those things? But yeah, check these out. My daughter drew all these pictures for me. She drew me a Pokeball. I like Pokemon, if I can pronounce it right. I used to get into some Pokemon, and so that's like me and my daughter and my son's thing. My daughter goes and watches superhero movies with me too, so I've been waiting forever for them to be this age so they watch Pokemon and superhero movies with me. But yeah, so in the scanner stream, we got some new scanners up there, so go check those out. We got the High of the Day Momo. And like I said, go check out the Trade Ideas test drive. It starts today, and you get to try out Trade Ideas for essentially $9. Best scanners in the game by far. There's a reason all the big traders use Trade Ideas. It's because they are single-handedly the best scanners in the game right now. You alright over there, bro? Sound like Darth Vader over there, man. Just what was that Argentina ETF? Mitch, what was the Argentina ETF you were talking about?
It's gonna be BRZU.
BRZU.
Yeah, it's a Brazilian one, but it has a lot of Argentinian stocks getting hit the same way.
Nice. All right. So yeah, guys, we got 10 seconds, guys. So let's do this. Let's do this. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, Ymir, you're in the wrong chat, man. All right, there's the bell. There's the bell. Yeah, the link above the Trade Ideas link is the live trading stream, Ymir. So we actually have 2 streams going at once. All right, guys. We got AMD dropping. We got RKDA dropping. RYIV pushing up some. We got Roku. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna be patient here, wait for some fades if we can get them or not. The overall market, as you can see here, is still sideways, but we'll see if we can get some spikes here. Look at Roku, guys. Roku is making some big moves here. Look at Roku up to 130s now, guys. Roku making some solid moves up to 130s here. We also got AMD moving up. It's up to 34.50 or so here. So some big moves with Roku and AMD. RKDA is currently failing here, dropping some. Not a huge amount. It's still too early to tell, and it's just basically sideways for right now. But yeah, we got AMD spiking up. We got ROKU spiking up here. OSTK, not the best volume for OSTK. There's a big move on the RKDA here. Finally spiked up, broke highs here. So RKDA making some solid moves here. So most stuff's pushing up right now, guys. All right. So from what I see, everything that I'm watching is basically pushing up except for SYY. SYY just took a massive drop back down. I think the float's too small and the range is too big for that one for me specifically. High of the day Momo scanners. V-Ray is popping up on my high of the day scanners. V-Ray, V-R-A-Y. SPY's turning around here. V-Ray popping up. Cannabis stocks are dropping, so I may look for some shorts in the cannabis sector. We got CGC down. RKDA is still running here. We got ACB that might pull back to the VWAP.
We got a runner.
Yeah, we got a few of them. We got AMD, RKDA, MU, Roku. All right, ACB though might pull back to the VWAP here. You could use a risk of like 44 or so with ACB. All right, so ACB's back there. It's 644. Maybe not that risk level. Probably, I don't know. We'll have to look at that one. Roku bouncing back. AMD pulling back some. Maybe a solid VWAP bounce here for AMD. I might take a few shares if it does pull back there. If we get a pullback to 34.30 or so, I'll take some up to 34.50. Quick scalp if we can get that on AMD. Yeah, right now we're just getting a lot of upward movement. I can wait for some VWAP bounces is what I'm going to do now. Just wait to see if we can get some pullbacks for some VWAP bounces. With ACB, I can maybe look for the fake out fade setup. Maybe. Just depends. Look at Roku here, spiking up. Nice little VWAP bounce there for Roku. Never got a chance to hop in any of these. We got TiVo, CTVA. We got Lulu, LULU. So we might actually get the, let's look at the SPY. We might get the pullback to the VWAP, like I said, with AMD now. The biggest issue is that the SPY is just massively dropping here, and I think this is pulling everything else down. But it is at the VWAP, and I don't mind taking it with a few hundred shares here. Okay, maybe not now. That's just too big of a drop. Yeah, look at that drop. Almost bought that one, but man, that drop was just too quick. But AMD's basically reversing here. It's completely turning back down. So yeah, so it just happened way too quick for the VWAP bounce. And if we start to see that much weakness, I just don't want the bounce play is just not what I'm trying to take after that. Maybe got to get a rejection here at 32 or so for AMD. Maybe consider a rejection from 32 up to 40, so about an 8-cent risk. And then from 32 down to 12, about a 20-cent reward. So that's not bad if we can get the bounce up there now. Maybe too late. Look at RKDA reverse here, pull back. RKDA just pulled all the way back to the VWAP plus some more. I don't know if I'm going to get that entry with AMD here. And we got ACB that's turning back down. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep everybody updated with everything that's moving, so I'm talking kind of fast here. But look at RKDA, guys. RKDA, massive drop here. ACB, too. I'm looking for a fake out fade for ACB.
Hesitated there on EMPH. Could have taken 31.10s. Just going to have to let it go.
So I like ACB. I kind of like it. The only issue is the risk to reward. So my risk would have to be 46, and so that's 3-cent risk, and then my reward would be about 4 cents. And it's just such a small range. I think I'm just going to avoid that one. AMD getting up there. Maybe I can take that rejection strategy. I do like the resistance it has at 27, but I don't know if I'm going to get that anymore. CGC. RKDA pulling a rejection. Yeah, for sure, Scott. There's just a lot of stuff that's moving right now. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, sorry guys. So RKDA is back up to the high of the days now. It's up to 670s. The big interesting level is that next high of the day at 685, but also that pre-market high right here at 640 or so, 640. That's the big interesting level in my opinion. So we'll see if it holds there. AMD is looking more and more interesting, especially with the SPY reversal like it did. So I'm going to jump in with 100 shares of AMD. Just a small position. Let me start my recorder here. All right, so started the recorder. Very, very tight risk here of about 38 or so. We're getting a squeeze, though, here. And hopefully this holds. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't mind it because the SPY basically completely reversed here. But we'll give it some time.
Hesitating a little bit there. AMAT right at the perfect pricing. I don't know why. I'm not taking it.
All right, so I'm in with another 100 shares of AMD here. So full sizing is 200 shares at this point. Very tight risk. Only risking about $20 right now. I'm just going to look for it to come back down and test these lows at about 34.10 or so, maybe 34.10. The SPY's dropping nicely here, so we should get some action. There's 19s, 17s.
Yeah, I should have taken AMAT. I don't know why I hesitated there.
Just don't stress it, brother. You know, misses are going to happen. Just kind of, you know, move on. Focus on your next stock you're watching, brother, you know. All right, so we're down to 15s here. Maybe should have taken profits there, but I'm going to let this one work. Still got some room here. 200 shares, and we'll see. I like the risk level now because I got a very obvious one here at 32 now. Very obvious risk level there. 17s, nice. This is my risk level now. 15s, 13s. I don't know if I'm being greedy here with this one or what. 14s. I just feel like it can go down a little bit more, so I'm going to try to let it. 12s. Maybe missed it. CGC might be fading here, bro.
I'm
Maybe
in
I
that
got greedy with this one.
CVS, guys.
Yelp might be fading here. Look at Yelp.
Short CVS there. Got in there 59.11s. Gonna have to risk here off of 59.20s.
There's 14s again. So AMD staying in this range. I really like it to break here eventually. But I'm going to go ahead and take half off there just to take some out of this one. This one's just pivoting back and forth. And so I'll add some back if it moves up there, but just took a little bit off. Look at Yelp, though, guys. Yelp is getting more and more interesting. Look at Yelp. The issue here is the spread. ACB cracking under these lows here.
There you go. Nice crack there for CVS for me. There you go, guys. Gonna cover 300 into this.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, guys. Covered 300 shares there. Paid myself 36.60. Now let the rest of it work here. If it bounces back to VWAP, I'll hit the add button.
That's a beautiful drop for you, man. Quick drop. Look at that nice little gap down in between candles, too. So it looks even weaker with that, man. Look at that. Solid,
there you
bro.
go.
Look at that. Yeah, man. Here, I'm going to throw you up even though I'm in this stock here. Because that looks like a solid one, man. Hold on.
All right, guys. Gonna have to take some profit here. Take the profit at the low of the day, guys. Pay ourselves a little bit more. Now we got 58.80 on this trade and can let this either break down or come back just above 59, and I can hit the add at 59.07s. Maybe risk right above here to 59.15s. It's looking good, though. The thing I saw is I saw rejection trying to break out off of 59.17. It tried to break out at 59.17 again. I said if it tried to go up there to 59.17 and couldn't break out, I was going to take the short. I saw the rejection, got short there, had a clear risk point, and that's what we always like to have. And 17, I could risk right above it to 20s and got the move that I needed.
Yep. All right, guys. So I actually added another 100 to AMD here because it pulled back to my level. Gonna keep this one pretty tight. I'm still in with 200 shares. 32 is my risk. I'm out. So it broke my risk level. I got out. Unfortunate squeeze up, and maybe it faked me out, but that's just the squeeze. I didn't want to deal with that squeeze, so I kept it pretty small. $14 loss, so it's still very early on the day. Here, let me pull this up. There we go. So yeah, I didn't want to get involved with this squeeze. I tried to take some profits below it, but once it squeezes up, specifically over this previous high at 31, I just got to get out of this one. Still very early in the day, though.
All right.
We're getting a squeeze up in the overall market is what we got as well there, so. We got a EOLS popping up on the scanners here, but don't really like the movement.
Yep. The SPY is going to be very important to see if it can get above 290s. If it can get above 290s, I think it can test this 290.72. If not, we should get a nice fade from here.
What's up, Tiny? What's up, Tiny? What's up, Sky? Rick? Yeah, this is what I was trying to avoid with AMD. It just got way too high here. It got up to 42s, unfortunately. And that's just not the move I wanted to make. Now, if AMD comes back down below the VWAP now and down to like 15, 14s, and then pulls back, I'll consider it. But unless it does that, I'm not interested in it. Don't forget to start your recorder as well, brother. That's if you're putting out a video. If not, no stress.
Yeah, I already have it. I got it going at least.
Yep.
CGC now at VWAP, ACB at VWAP.
Yep. Look at Yelp. Yelp's interesting as well. The only issue is the spread, but it's not that bad. It's like a 10-cent spread for a $35 stock. CGC. It's getting more and more interesting here.
All right, guys, want to see CVS just break down here. It's looking good.
Yeah, guys, and remember, if you're in the Trade Ideas stream, if you're in the scanner stream, we're day trading live on the other stream here as well. So if you want to watch us trade live, you can keep both streams up, really. And here's the link to that one. So come watch us trade live if you want. All right, there's AMD pulling back, so it may have faked me out here. But like I said, if it pulls back down to the 15 level and then back up to the VWAP at 28, I'll definitely consider it. Which one are you in, Mitch?
CVS.
Yeah, there you go.
CGC, nice fade by CGC.
Yeah, I almost took it. I think I'm waiting for the fake out fade, but I saw that one too. I almost took that one.
Yeah, not too bad. Straight back down to the bottom of the low.
Same thing with Yelp.
All right, guys. RKDA building up. I've seen this one do what's called the algorithmic. It's an algorithmic stop out. A lot of these algorithms are doing these kind of where the stock is pulling back gigantic red and always making up that red. It did that the first day on the first day move, and it's doing it again on the second day move. Be careful with this one, fading and pulling back huge, then pushing back. It's honestly kind of danger on both sides, whether you're longing or shorting this pattern.
I tried to take some more on AMD. I don't know why it didn't feel me. I thought I pressed it right. But I don't know. We'll give it time here. It's still above the VWAP technically. Man, these flies gotta go away. What's up, Ymir? You found it, brother. What's up, bro? Yeah, man, you're here, man. What's up? Yeah, so I'm waiting for AMD. We'll see if we get that pullback. It's just being a little bit. It's putting in higher lows here, so it does actually look a little bullish. So maybe it's best that I didn't enter that one. Same thing with Yelp here. Yelp's getting up there too. Don't stress it, Rick. Always another trade, brother. Honestly, I appreciate you being honest with it, Rick. You got so many people in both our Discord and not even in here, but so many people everywhere trying to just say, "Oh, I made $70,000," but they don't post anything, you know. All right, so we did get that pull back down to 34.20s. If we get a bounce up to the VWAP, I'll take it now for AMD. We're back down to the bottom of the range. Yeah, RKDA is just sketchy, just sketch today, man.
It's like I said, has a lot of algorithmic that's trying to fake people out. You got to remember that. Have that mentality if you're trying to trade that stock. You can't be trying to trade this stock and trying to trade it like you trade everything.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't react like that.
right. Well, it's like I said Friday. Like this is how new traders lose their accounts. What happens is like they see traders posting about all the gains they're making with a specific stock, like RKDA. And so what they say is they say, I can trade that. I want to make money. I want to trade that. And so they buy like 1,000, 2,000 shares of this thing, and then it just reverses on them quick, and they're down 1,000. You know, and they're wondering how it happened, why it happened. A lot of the time, they'll then move on to call trading rigged, and they'll say it's impossible to actually do successfully, and that's how new traders lose their account.
100%. All right, guys, looking to add here a little bit above 59 here,
All right,
and
so
then I'll hold to break even or 59.10s.
I'm in with 200 shares of AMD. Gonna look to add a little bit more. Not the best average. We'll look to add some more. Wanted to get in around 23 or 24, but my average is around 19 now. Unfortunate, but still gonna look to add about 100 shares here.
Unfortunately, I missed my ad opportunity there. Right when I was getting my order ready, it just clicked down on me, and I didn't want to jump into it. So, missed the ad. It would have been a great ad. Would have been able to take profit right here, at least take some more, probably get us into the 80s, realized, and then give us a chance to get to the 150s, 200s. Uh,
Yep.
didn't take profit, didn't add to the sizing, and so now I'm just kind of stuck waiting and really not what you want to do. One of the best things we can do is size and trade the range. A lot of the times you're going to get these range bound trades where it's
Yep.
going up and down in the range. And right here, I'm having a 15-cent range. That's plenty enough space to take some profit.
Right. For sure.
So
Yeah.
the risk in this one could have been break even. So you're not really risking. All you're doing is you're adding to your size and holding break even.
Yeah, AMD is kind of teetering up and down, up and down. We're gonna see if we get a break under the 34.20 level, but just not the best entry for this one, unfortunately. I'm in with 300 shares, so I'll give it some time. But we need to break under that $20 level, or that 34.20 level is what we're kind of shooting for here. There's 19, so it's not too bad.
All right, guys, don't want it above 59s here. If it tries 59, 59.01s, 59.03s, that's fine. 55, 59.05s is where I really started to get careful, and I'm going to protect my position. Still have 59.11s.
All right, there's 34.20s. Yeah, we need to break under 34.20. I'm just patiently holding this one. We also got to move down in Yelp, which is looking more and more interesting as well. Yeah, I was looking at OSTK too. It's up. It just broke below the VWAP, but it's up some. And look at RKDA go here.
Yep. Watch how it collects volume down here. That's the important thing I think of RKDA. Watch when it collects volume at the support. It's collecting a lot of what we call bag buyers. Huge bag buyers, and all of a sudden it just takes a tear right back up. Squeezes shorts.
Yep. There's 18s, 17s, 16s.
There's CVS approaching the low right there. Needs to break these 58.90s to keep going down here. If not, it should probably reverse around 59 and get back up there. I'm going to give it a second, see if it's going to get below 59s. If it gets above 59s here, I'm just going to step out. It's starting to do this little competition where if it does get above 59, it could rip. And that's not what we're going to give ourselves an opportunity to get stuck in here.
17. So yeah, we're trying to give AMD that chance. There's 16s to break down here down to the. I probably should take some profits off here. Never caught it. Was so close to taking some off there. Like I said, I could see the bounce potentially happening, and we're gonna give it a chance. But what I might do is I might take some off here around break even, and then try to get it towards the top a little bit more, because I keep getting caught in this bounce and I don't like my entry at all. So yeah, I'm going to take it off there and then try to short it closer to the top here. I just didn't like my average. My average was not good enough. And if I miss this move, that's fine. I'll just move on with something else. I just didn't like my average there.
All right, guys, this is getting up there to my level here, guys. Got to be careful and not let it get past my average here. If it rejects here, I can go ahead and add and try to knock it right back down, but got to let it reject first. There's a push up to 59.10s. Might have to get out right here. Yeah, looking strong there.
I think I missed my re-add, but it is what it is. Probably failed managing this trade, but it is what it is. I'm just going to move on. I like the setup for AMD here, but...
Quick takedown there at the 59s. There was 24,000 shares there that went through.
Nice, Netron. Big gain, brother. Congrats, man. I'm going to jump in with 100 here. Maybe I'm being a little... I think I'm being a little antsy with this one. These fruit flies are aggravating me, though, man. They're everywhere. Honestly, no, it's like we let them in my house. I've been lighting this candle. Man, see, I butchered this trade, guys. I basically mismanaged it. It is what it is, though. Down to 13s. So, yeah, I definitely mismanaged this one. I'll still hold on to a little bit, and I'm still looking at Yelp. All right, see you.
All right, guys. Just hit that ad right there. Now I'm at 59.08. It's going to hold to this high, 59.12s. If it gets below 59s, I might add again.
All right, there's 19s, 18s. I don't know if I'm going to get this ad on AMD. This is my pattern, though. This is like my favorite pattern here, too. I butchered it. I mismanaged it. RKDA is okay too here, but I don't think I'm gonna mess with that one.
You see, it got scooped up. It got scooped up. I definitely wait for a red day to short RKDA. I would only look for longs today. Yeah. Until it goes red one day, I don't try to short parabolic moves.
Right, for sure. And I think that I'm going to need – it would have to be really weak in order for me to do it. And if I did do it, it would be mostly like a scalping play. Like I would jump in and out quick. Because, again, like they look very tempting. But these are what causes new traders to lose their account. Like that's what happens, is that new traders end up saying, hey, I want to make a big gain. I want to trade RKDA. Everybody's talking about RKDA. Today's the day I'm going to nail this thing. And so they ended up taking it. And then it just – a lot of times they'll go long on it. And it'll just reverse all the way back down and just destroy their account. That's typically what happens. It just reverses quick. And before they know it, their account's basically done. Very common tale in trading. Very, very common tale.
Yes, very common indeed.
Yeah, we have apple cider vinegar. We have apple cider vinegar with cellophane with the holes punched in it. We also have these fly traps that have been getting them recently, but...
Getting pest control.
Here. Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm frustrated with Terminex, man. It's like these things are everywhere. What happened? Like this is what happened. We had all this. We had all this contract work done. We had to get like our.
All right, guys. I just hit an ad, and now I'm back at 400 at 59.07s.
I don't have
risking off of 59.12s.
I don't have. Oh no, you're good. I don't have apple cider vinegar. I have fly traps. Like it's like a big strip with like honey or some type of like fly attractant mixed with like a sticky surface. All right, so here's the AMD I can short into now. All right, I just shorted another 100 there, holding 200 shares with an average of 19. Still want a better average though. Yeah, I think I'm just impatience is getting the best of me.
All right, guys. Just hit another ad there. Just got to pay attention now, guys. I'm at 700 at 59.07s. 59.12s will get me out, guys. If this squeezes up there, it'll just set me out. But it's a tight risk for a good reward here. I'm setting myself up. Let's see if it gets knocked down right here or it gets squeezed back up. If it gets squeezed back up, so be it. We just step out.
What did AMRN end up doing today? I'm looking at Yelp here. AMRN might be setting up for a fade. CVS.
All right, I'm out there, guys. Squeezed on me. All right, guys. Took my shot there and paid the price for it. Lost the gain. $7 up.
That's okay. I mean, it's I've noticed about myself that like I might have a losing trade and then I end up rebounding later on in the day too. So don't stress it. You're still
Yeah,
up
it's just
on
a
the day.
little annoying. I gotta get to the point where I figure out what's gonna be okay profit because there was $70, $80 profit there, but I'm a little bit all over the place with my rewards. Sometimes I'm being greedy, sometimes I'm taking them. So I have to figure out my system and stick to it.
Yeah, that's all it's about, brother, and you'll get there, man. Don't stress it. All right, we're back up to 22s, 23s. If we get up to 24, I'll add a little bit more to this one. Don't know if I'm going to get there. 22s, 23s. Yeah, I think I'm all over the place too. There's 26s. Okay, I just added another 100 to this one. So back in with 300 shares. What's my average now? 21. I still don't have a good average. Man. But yeah, I think I'm all over the place too. Like some days I'll make like $400, $500 gains, and then other days I'll make like $30 gains and be perfectly happy with it. So I'm all over the place too, bro. All right, so we did get that bounce up to the VWAP here. Yeah, the one thing they do not like is they don't like penny stocks for sure. I know TradeNet does not like penny stocks for sure. Like I said, and understandably so. I think most new traders get wrapped up in penny stocks, and I think that if you're actually looking to be successful and not gamble, penny stocks aren't the way to go. And it's a very tough thing to say, okay, I don't need to trade this. I know everybody else is talking about it, and I know it's got these big crazy percentage gains, but I do not need to trade penny stocks. And I think it's the hardest thing for a new trader to understand is that you don't have to trade these crazy stocks. If actually it might be better for not to trade. And I'm not even talking about you, Ymir. Listen, losses are going to happen, especially as a new trader, brother. So don't stress it, man. Just hang in there and, you'll bounce back, bro. But, yeah, penny stocks, they're tough, man. And, you can do it successfully. But like I said, I think it's easier to trade just mid and high caps, but everybody has their own preference.
Hesitating here to either take MPTN or not. It's at a good spot. 603, 604. You can risk up to 610. It's just low volume for me, and I don't know why. I'm just being hesitant. Just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, I'd rather be hesitant than overzealous in trading. You know what I mean? So
yeah. The story of my life.
I mean, I'd rather be hesitant. Hesitancy is a good thing to a certain extent in trading. It just means you're being more selective and disciplined.
Tell my subconscious that.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll listen.
Yeah, that's how I am too, Nick. They're super volatile. I've had way better success. Consistent success with 20 to 200. Same thing with me. Exactly the same. Just had better results overall. All right, I took half off of. What? No, I guess I didn't take any off. Oh, I did. I took 100 off of this one. We're down to 14s though. Still holding 200 shares.
All right, this is how I feel for RKDA. I feel like we're gonna get a fake washout here to the 590s, and you're gonna see the biggest scoop right back up to 640. I'm gonna wait for this one. I need to see the volume really just get scooped up there when it drops down here.
All right, I just took off another half on AMD. It's down to 06s. Finally, man, after attacking this thing all day. I'm going to take the rest off there. So, got out the rest. Finally, I got a little gain in this one. I think I made around 30, 35 bucks on that one, so I'll take it. So, I'm actually green on the day. It took long enough. But, yeah. My bad. What'd you say, Mitch?
Nah, nothing. Just watching our RKDA do like the same fake out moves that it's been trying to do.
Hey, hold on, guys. What is that?
It's the hammer piece croissant.
No, I'm okay. If you want to save it for me, I might eat it later. You didn't get another one?
No, I got 4 of them.
No, I mean that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Where am I gonna get one of these from?
Alright. Well, no, I mean the other things too. You stopped? My wife? Good.
What?
You didn't do any of the regular ones?
No.
Okay, good. Look at AMD go. Man, and this is the move I was waiting for, but the fake out fade worked and lost about 5 or 6 cents a share, which is fine. But yeah, there it goes. Unfortunate, but... What's up, scanners? Chat? Alright, so we'll see what else we get here. What did CGC end up doing? Ah. I told him he couldn't use it yesterday because he threw a fit when we took it away. And so it's up to you. It's not charged though. And I mean, think about it like this, Mitch. You gave it that shot, so you gave it the chance, and that's kind of how it goes. So you took profits at the right spot, and then you made it so that even if the other, the last one didn't work out, you still protected yourself a solid amount. And that's how you do it, bro. So I wouldn't stress about it. I think you played it right.
Yeah, I played it right. It's just that first time that it bounced up, should have hit that ad, would have been able to get a little bit more. A little bit more would have kept that profit, but that's just how it goes. All right, RKDA bouncing right back up there, making that third resistance here, guys. I'll look for that fake washout here.
Hey, bro, didn't you say never short it on until it shows a red day, bro?
I'm not trying to short it.
Okay. If you're going long, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's gonna do this fake washout thing that it's been doing. If you look back on it, yes, the day that it went crazy, has like these huge red bars. And as soon as it gets down to the support, bounce back. Huge red bars, bounce back.
Right.
Huge red bars, bounce back. That's the same pattern that happened this morning.
Yeah.
It shot up there to 670. Huge red bar from 670 all the way down to $6 in less than a minute. And it just went boom. I'll wash everybody out. I'll take all your money, and then I'll bounce it right back up there to 670. That's called market makers just faking you out, as bad as it gets, because not only are they faking out the longs, but they're faking out the shorts also. So when that first drop comes, everyone gets the short bounce at the VWAP rejection. Shorts there at 624, gets squeezed up there to 670. Longs go long again. It gets up to the top there, 680s. Boom, right back down to 630. Get out those longs again. Then it bounces right back up to 660. Everyone that lost money goes, oh, man, I can get it this time. Boom, right back down to $6. So you got to understand how parabolic stocks work. A lot of the times they're trying to capture emotion. And that's what parabolic stocks are good at. So the only way you can get around the emotion is understanding the support and resistance. If you're buying off support and resistance, you're at least going to give yourself a shot. And that's what we always talk about, probability. Give yourself some good probability on your side to possibly make a great trade. You know, buying on RKDA here in the 630s just puts you in pressure for a drop down to $6. It could break out right here at 630, but it could also just drop down to 6 and below that 580s. And so one of the best things is understand where support is, understand where the pullback should go to. And if you would have drawn the pre-market support there, pre-market support was at 585s and 580s. You'll see that that stock went right up to the moon and dropped right back down to that support. You could have been trying to buy off that support.
Might be getting in SQ here. Gonna wait to see if he can get up a little bit more. See, I probably should have jumped in. It got up to 93, and that was my entry level. For some reason, I kept thinking I was going to get in the whole dollar. It's back up to 80, 90. I'm looking to short into this one. I'm going to get in with 75 shares here. Look for it to pivot back down to that 60 level. Just a very small trade. My risk is about 20 cents or so. 25 cents now that I got in a little bit earlier. So just a small feeler trade. And going to look for it to come back down to 50 or so, maybe 40. That's what I'm looking for now for SQ here. Hey, Carol, can you bring me that? Can you bring me that? I use it when I'm trading. It helps calm me. I know, but just come on. You can have it after I'm done trading. Thank you.
Gonna have to send a vape of my own.
Yeah. It's just CBD. You're trying to take it right now.
Trying to use it.
Hold on. Here, I'll talk to you about it later. Just use it when I'm trading.
I know, but I just quit smoking. And, like,
Are you gonna take it? Here.
yeah. Hey, let me go to the gym a little bit.
I don't know, baby. I'm streaming right now.
I am.
Okay. It's over there. Alright. Sorry. My wife's stealing my CBD vape, which I use to calm down during my streams. It actually does help, though. It helps calm you down when you're trading. That's the biggest thing I like it. And CBD is not... It doesn't get you high or anything like that. It just helps, relaxes you. We did. We bought one for each of us. It's not what's up, Mihail? What's up, brother? No, we're not smoking actual nicotine. It's CBD, which is actually good for you. All right, there goes SQ here, pulling down to 70s. Let's see if we get that break down to the 50 level. Like I said, that's my profit target. Yeah, OSTK is just kind of consolidating underneath the lows there. I like my entry though with SQ. I think I got in right when it kind of tested that previous high, and I can be pretty safe with it. RKDA is breaking over the VWAP in that triple top it had. We'll see if it actually holds that level of support now. CBD, well, what I'm doing is it's a CBD vape. So it's vapor, so it's not actual smoke. It's just CBD vape. It's actually what helped me quit cigarettes. I smoked cigarettes for like 20 years, 15 years. And, was never actually able to quit. I moved to vaping nicotine. But then, about, 5 months ago, 6 months ago, I substituted my nicotine vapes with CBD. And the CBD completely helped me quit. It completely helped me quit. I didn't even have urges to smoke. I was completely done with smoking, and I never looked back, and I haven't smoked since. And so CBD is actually very, very useful for quitting cigarettes and nicotine. And yeah, it's super helpful for quitting. What is RKDA? Yeah, RKDA is tradable today. Yeah, that's why
All
Rich
right.
was looking at it.
Watching Momo here, guys. Might take a short here. The risk would be 3160s. Trying to get in here 3153s. Risk about 7 cents for a move back down to 3120s and below.
Yeah, I was in SQ, and SQ was okay here. The only issue is like the SPY just rebounded pretty big here. The SPY just quickly rebounded here, so I'm going to keep the rest probably close to break even.
Bah.
Now there's a rejection on the SPY. Might be a little bit better now. Close to break even now for SQ. Still early though, and the SPY turned back down. I'll probably hold it, let it work a little bit here, see what we can get. You said you're looking at Roku here?
No, I was looking at Momo to get in there at 53s. I had 51s. Being too picky. Gonna miss the trade. Too picky there. Would already be up. And could get this breakdown through the 40s to the 30s. Just a miss.
All right, SPY's coming all the way back here. SPY's bouncing all the way back, so we might get a rip here with SQ. Yeah, SPY's up to 70s. We'll see how close. I mean, and it looks like SQ's actually following the SPY pretty closely today, so I like it because it's the fake out fade setup for SQ, but Uber? What's up, Ivan? What's up, bro? Check Uber. Yeah, look at the red day Uber's having.
Yeah, Uber had horrible earnings.
Yeah, man. And I mean,
Horrible.
that's what Uber. It's going to be tough for them to work their way to be profitable. I think for Uber, I think it's going to be it's a tough business model.
Yeah. Billions of dollars in red to start off. Sounds exciting.
Yeah,
Wouldn't want to be a part of that board.
yeah, man, for sure.
Get less scratching your head. So how much are we making in revenue?
Yeah.
So how
Look
much
at-
are we losing?
Look at Lyft here. Lyft is kind of setting up for a fade.
OSTK looking good there.
Kind of thinking about adding a little bit more here to SQ. The only issue is the SPY. Yeah, the SPY's ripping, guys. Rebounding completely, so I'm not going to add because of the SPY. CVS rebounding. Does Trade Ideas have scans already set up to catch the VWAP trades? If you look at our scanning stream, I actually have a VWAP fade scan I can send you. If you want, Anthony. Yeah, just join our Discord. I've got a VWAP fade scan you can use. Yeah, I'll post that link for our Discord. So yeah, guys, join our public Discord. Completely free. Our goal for this is to create a free day trading chat room. And so I gotta watch SQ here because it's squeezing up.
All right, guys. Short there on BRZU. Don't want it higher than this 29.30 here.
And about to get out of SQ here. The SPY is squeezing up, and so that's what we're getting with SQ. I'll give it a little chance to test the whole dollar, which is my risk. But if we don't get a rejection here and we get a break of this 63 level, I just got to bail out of this thing. Kept it pretty safe, though, overall. There's RKDA squeezing up. Hey, guys, whoever's listening to that in there, y'all got to turn that down. Maddie. All right, so we're at 98. I'm trying to give it time here, but hands over the cover button.
Same thing here. Just got to be smart. Stick tight right now.
Which one are you in?
The BRZU.
Oh, yeah. And unless we get a quick rejection here, which we're actually getting in the SPY. There we go. All right, that's much better. Hands off the cover button now. We got a little bit of a reversal there in the SPY, which should be beneficial. So yeah, so join our public Discord, guys. Our goal for this is to create a free day trading chat room. And so come be a part of our public Discord. There's our link. Oh, wait. I got to put my hand on the cover button again. All right, there's 95s. So, yeah. Yeah, join our Discord. You can always reach out to us, ask questions, chat with us after the stream's over through our Discord. All right, there's 63s again. We might get a solid push up here, so I just got to be ready to cover. Got rejected again. So we've gotten rejected there 3 times in a row in the last 2 minutes or so, 3 minutes. And so, you know, that's the big level. Makes my risk really, really easy. And I love confirmation like this because now I can just use this 63 level as risk. And if it breaks that, I can get out. And if it maintains under that, I can be pretty confident in the setup. And so, we'll see if we get that drop back down. Average is about 85 or so. 85 or so. So we'll give it some time. There's 92s. Definitely better. Now I can consider adding to this here. Let's see if we get a bounce up. I'll add to it. Even with the SPY ripping like this. Maybe add just like 50 shares or something small.
Probably gonna get squeezed out right here. Wow. Got a little lag there. That was not pretty. That lag was not cool.
There's 88s, 85s. I needed to push up a little bit more here to have a little bit better average, I think. So my average here, let me see, is 85. And so it's at 85 now. I'm going to get filled at 85 or so if I get in there. So now I could add to it. All right, so I'm adding here. And again, I'm just risking off of that 63 level. Very small position overall. And hands over the cover button. If it squeezes me out, it's not the end of the world. Still very early too. So there's 99s. Hopefully that level holds its resistance again, but it's about to break. All right, so now we definitely have some solid resistance at the whole dollar of 63. If it breaks that, I definitely got to just bail out of this thing. Watching it close, watching the level 2 pretty closely here. And you see when I add to the position, I only do it when I can give myself a better average and I can maintain that same risk that I was talking about earlier. As long as I can do that, I don't mind adding to it. But what I don't want to do is just add to a losing position just because it's a losing position. I only add to it when it looks favorable for me and it can better my average while continuing to maintain that same tight risk that I had previously. So that way if it squeezes me out, I'm not going to be down that much more than I would have anyway. All right, we got the SPY squeezing up here, which I'm surprised, honestly, that this one hasn't spiked up more than it has already, especially with the SPY just ripping here. Definitely got a little bit of pressure, but we'll see what we get here. All right, here might be the rip. Let's see, 94s. There we go, 92s. Not bad. 90s. All right, so, yeah, so now my average is 86.5. So not bad. And while we got a second, guys, go check out Trade Ideas. You can get the intro package for less than $400 if you go through my link. It's a great way to help support the channel, guys. And like I said, I think the bundle that Trade Idea offer, that not Trade Ideas, that TradeNet, my bad, the bundle that TradeNet offers is a pretty solid bundle for new traders to take advantage of. I think most new traders are going to lose their first account, and TradeNet basically gives you the ability to short stocks, which is pretty unheard of for less than $2,000. But it also gives you the opportunity to trade with a funded account, comes with a trading course, demo account, chat room access for less than $400. And I think for new traders specifically, it makes a ton of sense, and they can actually trade with no PDT rule without risking a ton. So I'm probably going to get squeezed out. All right, I'm out. It broke my risk. Kept it very, very small still, and so I'm not really super disappointed. Maybe it faked me out, but I gave it that chance for SQ. But yeah, for TradeNet, it allows traders to actually trade with no PDT rule and actually short stocks. It gives them the chance to do a lot of cool stuff for pretty cheap. For less than $400, you get 14K in buying power to trade with. 14,000 in buying power. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. You know, some paper trading platforms are going to cost the same as a intro package on TradeNet. Oh, look at that fake out. I barely got faked out here, guys. Barely got faked out. It went up to 0.2. That's the reason I usually let it test. And unfortunate, but I mean, it's still a pretty break-even day so far. But yeah, so if you want to use the same platform and broker that Mitch and I use, there's the link. Go check them out. Great way to help support our channel. And again, you know, I think that bundle, for all that stuff it offers, is pretty unheard of in the trading world. All right, I'm going to add back to SQ if I can get it here. All right, I'm in with 100 shares with SQ. Unfortunate, but I'm going to give it that chance now. I think I just got faked out, unfortunately. But yeah, I think the bundle is pretty unheard of in the trading world. You can also do the TradeNet Challenge, which is completely free to enter. And at the very least, you're going to get a demo account for a few days if you get approved for it. And so, you know, the way it works is they give you $10,000 in demo trading buying power. So you get a $10,000 demo account. And if you can make $500 in net profit while following the rest of the rules, you win a free package on TradeNet. And so if you want to check that out, there's the link for that. And it's completely free to apply to, so you really don't have anything to lose, in my opinion. I think the TradeNet Challenge is completely free to apply to. So again, you don't have anything to lose. Alright, so yeah, I added back to this one. That's what you'll see me. You'll see me getting a little stubborn with these today, especially when I get faked out like that. I'm not going to force it, but I'm going to look to get a little bit larger position sizing here. Still got some room for the breakdown. Maybe I'll just maintain the same position size here. But yeah, I got faked out that first move. It is what it is. Didn't lose a ton or anything. And also, like, guys, while we're here, go check out Trade Ideas. They do have their test drive open now, and it starts today. And so during their test drive, you can get a week of Trade Ideas for only $9. So you can try it out. It's called the Summer Test Drive. There's the link if you want to check them out for the test drive. I'll post the link in this other stream as well. But yeah, try it out. Completely pretty cheap. You get the... you get a week of Trade Ideas for around $9, like $8.99. And, you know, to put that into perspective, the total monthly charge for Trade Ideas is a little bit over $100. But so to be able to try it out for $8 essentially or for $9 is pretty cheap. It's a pretty solid deal, and it really allows you to try it out before you actually use them. And so check those out. Great way to help support the channel too. Yeah, see, this is the move I wanted for SQ.
All right, guys, you got a parabolic mover and Soli again. Soli moving up.
Really? Whoa, man, look at Soli today, guys. Crazy.
And is tradable.
Man. Look at that move. Crazy. Look at that pullback to the VWAP too. Interesting for sure. Yeah, I got my green trading shirt on today. Yeah, let me guys. Honestly, I wonder if they sell put options on Soli. I remember talking. No, they don't. I remember talking about Soli and telling people that it would drop all the way back down when it was up here at 29. I remember I told them that in a few months this thing would be back to single digits, and it did. I mean, it's back. It's moving now, but just this is the story of parabolic movers. Most of the time they fail here, guys. Most of the time. Alright, I'm in SQ still. I'm looking for it to drop down to that 6250 level, though. I'm looking for a little bit larger gain from this one. What's up? GGAL for rejection. Yeah, I mean, it's right at the VWAP. I think it's more, I mean, I don't know what I would call this one, a fade or a rejection, but it doesn't look bad.
Another one you guys can look at is MGI. MGI MoneyGram. AMGN, super strong stock.
We're getting a bounce back in SQ here. I still don't mind adding to this one. Maybe adding like 50 shares to it. Maintaining that 63 risk level. Alright, I'm in with another 50 shares. Gonna look for a quick flush back down. I don't want to see it push up and break the whole dollar and fake me out here. Just looking for a quick flush right back down below the VWAP is what we're looking for. If it gets some volume and breaks 63 and 63.02 specifically, I just got to bail out of this one. All right, there's a nice flush below the VWAP. We'll see if it holds. So yeah, maybe a VWAP bouncing solely here. Maybe. I'm also looking at Lyft. It looks pretty weak today. All right. Waiting
This
for SQ.
GGAL looks good, but any moment can be squeezed. So I'm not into it.
All right, so we're going to squeeze up. Like I said, I just got to stick to that 63 risk level with SQ here. All right.
All right. I'm going to be looking at Disney here. I wanted to reject off 137.50s again, and then I could short it off that.
All right, so we're at 94 for SQ. Still waiting for the rejection here. Like I said, I'd like to. I would have preferred to see a quick rejection back below this, but it seems to be holding okay. I'm just gonna stick with that 63 risk that I gave myself earlier. The SPY actually, if you could see this, the SPY actually spiked up here, and broke the high of the day for a moment. All right, Tiny, have a good day. Nice, Tiny, nice. Hey, have a good day, Tiny. APTO. But yeah, look at Soli here, guys. Just a crazy, crazy move. Hey, buddy, you got to turn that down, okay? Yell at my kids to get them to turn down their video games in there, man. I feel like an old person. Alright, so we're down to 88 for SQ, in with 150 shears, which is actually a decent shear size relative to the range of this stock. Yeah, APTO getting a little bit of volume in. We'll see if that thing can start to really move here is what I'd be looking at it for. Still pretty low volume relative to some of the other stuff like RKDA. RKDA is just sideways. I kind of want to add some more to SQ here. I guess I'll wait.
All right, guys, looking at ANF here. ANF. Would like to see it try 30s. And I could short there at 29s.
All right, guys.
CGC getting squeezed there, guys. CGC getting squeezed.
Yeah, SOLY is going crazy. I don't know why SOLY isn't really showing up on some of the scanners here because it's going crazy. So yeah, go check out SOLY, guys. SOLY, crazy move today. And there's the breakdown in SQ. We just need really ideally we want to see a breakdown under 62.70 for SQ. My average isn't that bad here. My average isn't that bad, and so we're gonna hopefully let this thing work. But yeah, we need it to break under 62.70 or so. All right, there's a pop back up to 62.90s. $95s. Yeah, we're just getting a range-bound play. I kind of want to set a stop loss at 03, but you guys know me. I don't. Stop losses are kind of. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind sideways because a lot of the time sideways for me and how I trade just means it's a very obvious range. You know, like if you look at RKDA, the range is very obvious there, you know. Like, I could draw the range out so you guys can see what I mean, but you can see the range here.
Took a starter there, guys. ANF.
You know, and really... Alright, I'm getting pretty close to getting stopped out here in SQ. But yeah, look at this pretty tight range, and if you look at it, you could actually see a little bit of a wedge triangle starting to form for RKDA. And so I think when it breaks 690, 680, You know, those highs right there might really push. You said you're in A and F?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the fade. Doesn't look bad. Here, I could throw you up.
Good level to go off of. Got in there at 25s. All right, let's see this thing break down a little bit further, and then I can take some profit. Looking to take profit. That's it. Heads at 1610.
Looks good.
At least it's the strategy for sure.
Yep.
At least when you look back at your trading, the one thing you want to see is that at
Trading
least
strategy.
you traded the strategy.
Yep.
If it goes green or red, that's just trading.
Yep.
But at least if you're following your strategy and you're consistently trading that, the green should come. And sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. But you can't be worried about when it is and when it's not. You got to focus more on just keep trading the strategy.
Yeah, to quote the late and great Mark Douglas, you get a random distribution of wins and losses in the market. You get a random distribution of wins and losses. The only thing you can control is the strategies you have and following your system. That's the only thing you can control. You know, good risk reward, following your system, that's it. And so, you know, you get a random distribution of wins and losses. Sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose. But, you know, regardless, if you trade it right and your strategies actually have an edge, you should be green in the long run.
100% agree with that.
All right, guys. So my stock's dropping. I gotta pull Mitch down a little bit so I can trade this one. But yeah, we're getting a nice little flush here in SQ down to the 80s here. There's 81s. Gotta looking for this crackdown under 81 here. 70s. There we go. We'll just need a little bit larger break so I can take 75 off. Ideally, though, I'd really like to see it down to this 69, 70 level. There's 77s. Not that bad, but we want to see a little bit further breakdown here. There's 74s. Nice. There's 75s. Gonna look for 70 is what we're shooting for. There's 74, 73, 70. There we go. All right, I took half off at around 71 actually, a little bit early, but only 1 cent early, so not bad. Gonna hold the rest hopefully down to 40 or so, maybe the $0.50 of 50, and then, you know, we're gonna add to it if it does pull back to the VWAP level. But there's 65s. Now we want to see this level here at 70 hold as resistance. And then move back down to this 50 to level right here. 62.50 or so is what we're trying to do.
All right, order out to cover here at 1611.
Here, since I took profits, I could throw you back up. Oh. We're getting a 74 bounce here. See if that $0.25 holds. We wanted to see this 70 level hold. It didn't. Alright, well, I'm waiting for this one. I'll add back to it if it gets up there. Here's Mitch.
Trying to hold to that 1610. That's where I targeted this trade. So just got to wait until it gets there.
Alright, we're getting a bounce up for me in SQ right here. I could add the sizing right back since I've built up a little bit profit on the day, and then just maintain that same risk here is what I'm trying to do. So we're back up to 85.90 here.
Stock that just broke 6 that I feel is very bullish is RLGY. RLGY.
I remember
Breaking 6
RLGY.
there.
I've traded that one before.
Solely back there at VWAP. Looks tempting. I would like 1050s better.
Yeah, same thing with SQ. I added my sizing back to this one, and I'll probably keep the rest. Not break even. I might be down $10 if it turns against me, but I'm keeping my risk pretty light. And I added some sizing back right at that high, so not a bad move. We'll see if we can come back down to those lows. That's what we're shooting for here.
Yeah. I hate when SQ does this kind of move right here. I like the short because the short is really defined. The only thing that is kind of scary is that pop at 10. That's where I think the pop is going to go to if it does get back above. But I agree with you. They're at 63.90s. It just looks like it's trying to break down. I think the key really here is squares really hit hard on the daily. And I think if we get the SPY to just take down to 289, you'll get that move. So it'll be a good risk to reward.
I'm going to take a little bit more off here. So I just took another half position off. Just trying to bank some more profits, and I'm still holding 75 shares of this one. I'm going to look for it to break down to 62.50.
I like the trade, brother. I like the trade. Good work.
My wife took my CBD e-cig. I had to give her the evil eye real quick.
Now you got yourself in that position that we always want to be in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm in a good spot. I've already profited from this one, and it's not going to be a losing trade regardless. And so all I got to do now is just hold on to my levels. Consider adding back to it if it gets back up to the top of that range, and you can see it just moving in and out of that range, left and right. The only thing I get from taking profits there is that now if it squeezes up, it's still going to be a winning trade, and I have more realized profits on the day. So we're going to look for it to break down to 62.50 or so. Trying to be patient with this one.
Same thing here. Solely bounced off that VWAP.
Solely is a former runner. Very interesting one. And yeah, it's just super manipulated, honestly. It's just super manipulated. You got people trying to, you got people being sketchy with this thing, basically. You got probably the company. I don't know who's pumping this thing up, but somebody's pumping it up. Let's see what the news is for Solely. At least in my opinion. It's all subjective opinion, but I think in my opinion, somebody's pumping this thing up. So they announced patient recruitment has begun for the pivotal cellulite trial, is what the news is, and I think that's good news and everything. But I also think they announced basically the same thing a week ago on the 6th, and so I think that I think it's just too much hype. I think it's gonna come back down eventually. I don't know when though. I wouldn't bet on shorting it today though.
All right, guys. Also liking this Urban here. All right, guys. Taking a small position in Urban also. URBN. All right, guys, going to look to capture most of my profit here as this breaks through 1610. Urban bouncing there. Up there to 2105s. Risk there is 2110s. Trying to let A and F get down there to the 1610s so I can take some profit in that one. Starting to see some bounce backs. Looks like yours might tank down there. Looking good there. SPY holding that resistance that we talked about earlier. We said that a spike can come there to the 290 60s. We wanted to see if it was going to get above 291s. It rejected off there.
All right, there's 72s. We'll see if we get the breakdown. The big level here now is 65. It's already pivoted down to around 65, 67 or so for SQ. And so, yeah, we just need the breakdown. The goal here is the $half, 62.50. But it has some support to break. Look, there goes RKDA. And if you guys remember this pattern I drew, you can look at it on this right chart right here. Look at RKDA. Look at this pattern break. Like I said, if I was going to trade RKDA, I would get in for a scalp when it broke those previous high of the days. And look what happens here. Breaks this high of the day at 680, squeezes up to 715. So 35 cent move. Very, very quick there. Is this halted? Is this going to get halted right here? It's possible, for sure. Could very easily get halted here. Yeah, look at RKDA. That's why it could very easily get halted here, too. Definitely don't want to get stuck in a halt. All right, there's 72s, 74s. So we got SQ trying to break here. My wife brought me my CBD fade back. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know if an order anywhere is going to be safe for you, Scott or Austin. Just because of how volatile and low float of a stock it is. You know, it's going to be tricky to trade, and you're going to have a lot of volatility either way. So, tough stock for sure. But, you know, like I said, momentum-based plays, specifically with this high of the day break, as this trend line is moving up and up and squanching these support and resistance lines together, I think those momentum scalp-based plays are definitely viable and understandable trades to take with these big movers like RKDA. It's just not really my style. It's something I've kind of moved past as a trader. Trading these, you know, high of the day break, low of the day break scalps. I'm just not interested in those anymore. I think it's hard to find consistency on a long-term basis with those type of moves because you're going to get faked out so much that I don't know if it's necessarily going to be worth it or not, at least in my opinion. And I think every trader is different. But for me, it's just something I've evolved past as a trader is needing to take the high of the day breaks or the low of the day breaks like every other guru, penny stock guru teaches. I just don't think they're as viable. And I don't think I think it's a lot harder to find long-term consistency watching those. There's break under the previous 75 level. We'll see if we can break down here. There's 69s, 68s. There's 67s. Let's see if we can get down to 62.50. That's the goal. But if I get out at 60, I'll be happy with that as well. There's 67s, 66. $65, $64, $63s. So we get a quick move back down. 62, 61, 60s. going to go ahead and get out there for a, I don't know, I must have made about 40, 45 bucks on this trade. I think I was down a little bit to begin with. Got out at 60. Not bad accuracy today, but definitely not the sizing I want to be taking here. Here, I can throw Mitch up. I think, Mitch, you're in something still, huh, Mitch?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw Mitch up here. Finally got that breakdown that I was looking for with it. But yeah, I mean, SQ worked out fairly close to my plan. This is the fake out fade setup that I always talk about, and it works really, really well. I just got to get to that point. I've got to the point where I'm very comfortable adding to it and then covering and then adding to it and then covering on any bounces back to the VWAP. And I think that's how the pros are going to take this trade. And so I think I'm actually getting to that level. The biggest thing I need to focus on, like if I could have taken this with like 1,000 shares and then covered and then added back, that's the level I need to be at. And I'll get there eventually. It's just, it's a constant process for sure. And yeah, the consistency's there and the strategy's there. I just got to continue focusing on scaling up and sizing. I feel myself back down to small sizing today. And that's not where I want to be. I really want to be a bigger sizing. But it's a scary process for sure, and it's something that I just got to get used to, I think. A and F, man, I think looks solid for you. It kind of looks like a fake out fade at this point, and you could risk off of that 32 level. So I think that one looks solid for you, Mitch. Let me see.
Yeah, I just got to hang out at the end of the day. I just got to hang out. It's either going to come true or not. I'm sticking to my reward points. If I just run to profits, that's the number one thing I don't like seeing in my results. So I'm just sticking to the trade right now.
What's your risk level in this one? 32?
Yeah, above that 30s.
Okay.
So 32s, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
Pre-market,
Tight risk.
pre-market high or pre-market low.
Right. I mean, you could use, that's like a 10-cent risk, and then you can use that previous low of the day at 16, so 2 to 1. Looks solid.
Yeah, I'm really close to 26s for my average. So
oh yeah, so you got less than 10
not
cents.
too
So
bad.
yeah, for sure.
That's why I'm sticking around. It seemed interesting to take it there at 14s, but to me, I hate those 1-to-1 trades. I don't like to trade 1-to-1. Maybe I should trade more for higher accuracy and lower risk to reward, but in the long run, I've seen that doesn't pay out. So I stick to my risk and reward, whether it comes true or not.
Yeah, and I think that's the way you got to do it. I think that, you know, if you look at like even my stats, like I've gone over it, like my accuracy rate's not that good. It's really not that good. It's like 54%. And I think I was way more accurate when I only took 1 or 2 trades on the day. But I also think that my risk reward compensates for it enough to profit. And I think that that's kind of there's different levels of trading. And once you get to the level where you understand how crucial of an edge favorable risk reward levels gives you, then you're kind of at a different level than everybody else, and you don't have to be accurate. You're not chasing accuracy like everybody else, you know, because you know that as long as you can, you know, comfortably maintain, you know, depending on your accuracy rate, of course, but as long as you can comfortably maintain 50, anywhere over 50%, then if you use good levels, then you're going to be consistent regardless and enough to compensate for commissions as well. YTE and Scott. Let's check it out. I kind of want to take Abercrombie with you there. SQ's back up to my level too. SQ's right up to that previous, 80, 85 level where my average was before. And it went right down. Remember, my profit target was 62.50. And look where SQ comes right back down to. Let me put this up here. So, like, look at SQ.
I got one that you don't like too much, but Snap up there.
No good.
I know you don't like her.
Snap, she's just not, I'm just not cool with her. You know?
She doesn't like you, bro. It's all good, bro.
Yeah, she doesn't
Sometimes,
like me. I don't like her. I just stay away
exactly.
from her.
The feeling's mutual.
She steals my money. She steals my money, you know.
It's mutual. It's mutual.
Yeah. I never had good results with her, man. It's just not. For fades, maybe fake out fades might work better with her, but for conventional fades, I just never liked her.
Yeah, I
think it
see
had
her
to do with
doing
float.
the fake out fade here.
Yeah.
If it hits 65s, then start rejecting.
Yeah. But hey, hold it down. I'll be back, brother. I'll be back.
Sounds good, brother. What's going on, everybody? How we doing, traders? Just hanging out, watching A&F here, watching Urban. Like that hard rejection there on Urban. I
my
got
bad,
you,
guys.
Sam.
All right.
Yeah, I did like Y10, but can't trade it. That's the only reason I didn't stay on it. But glad you guys were able to see it ahead of time, and take a trade on it.
Yeah, I think I might be done, guys. I don't want to make. I'm up on the day slightly, and I don't want to make the same mistake that I did last time. What was my position size? Oh, you're talking to Sam. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't want to do what I did last week, which is force trades and end up turning a winning day into a losing day. So I'll probably end up being done for the day today. Not going to trade much else, and so I'll let Mitch hold down the rest of the stream. Before I go, like I said, go check out Trade Ideas. They do have their test drive today, and that allows you to actually try it out, Trade Ideas, for $9 essentially. And yeah, it lets you try them out for $9, and that basically is pretty cheap compared to, you know, what a conventional package is. So you can try them out, see if you like them. Only for this week during their summer test drive. And if you want to check that out, there's that link. I'll post it in the other stream as well. There's that link as well. And if you use the promo code BT15, you can get 15% off. So if you use the promo code, you get 15% off. So there's that link as well. If you want to check that out, remember you get 15% off. Use BT. You could also check out TradeNet. TradeNet packages make sense, I think. And, you know, here's the thing, guys. You may say, oh, TradeNet's a scam, yada, yada, yada. But I think the amount of stuff you get for TradeNet packages is ridiculous for new traders. Like, for new traders, you could spend less than $400, get access to a demo account for a few weeks, access to their chat room, a trading course, and the funded account. For base package comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade. You can actually short stocks, so you can short anything that's tradable. There is a max loss of 700, and it works like a prop firm, so there's a 70-30 split, at least for me when I had the base package. And so there are some downsides to it, but I think it makes sense, and it's one of the ways new traders can trade for cheap. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post that link in both of these as well.
All right, guys, just covered some there in ANF. Added sizing also in Urban. Looking for Urban to knock down to the VWAP. Took some profit there in ANF. We'll let the rest of it work, guys.
There's the TradeNet link. I'll post this one here as well. And again, go check out the challenge. The challenge is completely free to apply to. And if you're approved, at the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with for a few days. And so the way it works is they give you a demo account with 10K in buying power. And you get 5 trading days to try to make $500 in net profit while following the rest of their rules. If you do, then you win a free intro package on TradeNet for free, completely free. And so there's nothing really to lose. Even if you lose the challenge, you at least get a demo account to try out the platform for a few days. And so I'll post that link here as well. You can take advantage of that too. Great way to help support the channel as well. And remember to hit that subscribe button, guys. And yeah, I'm going to let Mitch hold it down. So good luck, guys. I'll see you all a little bit later. I'm going to hang it up for the day. Not going to force anything else. And so, yeah, good luck for the rest of the day, guys.
Yeah, good trading there, brother.
I appreciate it, bro. Good luck, man. You're killing it today with this one, man. So nice work, brother.
Just keep it working.
Later, guys.
Later, guys.
Oh wait, Mitch, are you gonna still trade?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll stick around. I'll stick
Okay.
around. Yeah, I'll finish these trades.
Okay.
All right, guys. Next little break here, 16:05, 16. We're gonna try to cover into. There you go, 16:06. Let's see if we can get to the 16:05s. Just give it a second here. Look at Urban. Urban just took a nice move for me, guys. All right, guys, going to take half of that off there. Took half of that Urban off there, guys. I wish I would have been able to record that trade for you guys, but it's on another chart here. I'm trading on another chart also. I can put it on this one if you guys like. Just give me a second. There you go. Got short right in this area right here. Took some profit there right now. Looking for that one to bounce back down and keep going down there. Setting up my VWAP line there. There you go. Now you guys can see that VWAP there also. All right, guys. Looking to take profit here in A and F here as it breaks down to 1605s. Probably going to take 200 off here. Not the full 300. I want to take some more here off here. They don't really want to back up there at 1615s. There you go. Nice little break to 1606. Let's see if we get this break to 1605 here. There's those 6s. There's 05s. That's what we were looking for, guys. That's where we're going to take it. We're not going to be greedy. We're going to take 200 off there and let the rest of it work. Took $116 on that now. Not a bad trade. Not a bad deal there. All right. Urban looking great for us also. Urban looking great. On that one, I plan to take a little bit more as it approaches 2090s. We got a support here at 2090. Next support 2080s. So let's let these get to 90s and then we'll take a little bit off more. Another 250 off there. We can get into the 90s. All right, 94 there. There's A&F down there to 1605s here, guys. All right, guys. Going to go ahead and take some profit into this move here. We got the SPY breaking down there, guys. SPY breaking down there. TVIX breaking out. Appreciate it, Scott. Let's do this. Let's do it, Sam. All right, guys. SPY turning around there, guys. Breaking through the 289s. That's going to be a key point. If we can hold down below that 289, it can keep going down here. It's looking good for our trades. Snap looking good also. VWAP reject. If that bounces 1660s, I would try to take it like that. Risk off of 65s. That's not a bad trade. Seeing the TVIX really rip out there. Man, look at AMD just drop down there. What's going on, traders? How we doing today? What kind of strategies are you guys using? Do you guys like the scanners up? I know I do. I'm using them today, looking them out, checking them out here, guys. What else we got moving around? That's Soli life. That's where I found Soli. Woo! Soli got that momentum, that sympathy momentum today. CVS taking the tank there. Not seeing much. Just want to see it hold here, these 613s. Now that we got down to this, we broke through this support here. Want to see it hold that as resistance, pull back around, try these 16s again. If not, I can cover the rest of this and just take the rest of it off of it. Even if it's $10 more, I'll just cover the commissions for the trade. That's fine with me. Trying to let Urban break down here even further. As you see down here, we got that first breakdown. I took profit into that first breakdown. Don't want to rush into profits here. I'm okay with a spike even up to this 2104 as I have a 2103 entry. So since I'm up here, don't want to rush and try to jump in and take profits here. Want to let it try to wash out to these 80s, and then I can get a nice profit for the day. Yeah, definitely. Definitely sympathy play. Yeah, RKDA definitely shooting off for causing Soli to pop and causing others to pop also. I would agree with you. Y10. All right, guys. This is pushing past that resistance there. Past the 16, and it's going to touch VWAP. Got a touch for VWAP there for Urban. Would just like to see it knock down to these 2090s again. Definitely hold these 21s. Hey, no worries about it. Sometimes we're all going to have bad days. Like I always talk about, guys, hey, sometimes you're not going to be on your upswing. Sometimes you're going to be on the downswing. The real key is limit the loss, limit the capital that you're losing, focus on your strategy, get back to trading the way that you know how to win. And the way to win is to continuously trade and execute your strategy the same way over and over again. Sometimes it's going to go right, sometimes it's going to go wrong. The real key is learning how to adjust there and make those gains. All right, guys, I'm thinking Urban's going to break 90s here. If it breaks 90s, I'll be looking to take some more profit here into the 80s. That's 100% Sam. It happens to all of us traders, and that's one thing that you got to learn from, and that's why you can't kill yourself on a winning trade or kill yourself on a losing trade and be kind of in ecstasy on a winning trade. Um, we're all going to win and lose. Just learn how to stick to a system that makes you consistent money. I think today even risked way too much in that BRZU. Got squeezed too big on that. Should have kept that within range. If I would have kept that within range, this would have been a $70 loss. $70 loss would put me in the green here double. So I would be at least probably green about 50, $40, and that's where we want to be. Right now we're working our way back in here. We're getting green about 30 or $40, but that's because we have that urban trade and we're trying to work here. All right, that SPY, I talked about it, guys. That 289, how important it was going to be when it bounced back to that level. Was it going to hold 289s or was it going to reject 289s? So key importance here as the kind of we're watching the overall market there and you're going to see what's going to happen here. Same way for the TVIX. I would want the TVIX to hold these 1990s and kind of shoot back up through 20s. Looking good in urban. Looking good in urban. Let's see if it cracks these 2090s. Trying to let it crack here and get down to the next low, which is 85s, 86s. There you go, into the 89s, 90 on the ask. Let's see if we can get into the 80s here. Just got to be patient here, guys. Going to cover some in urban in a second. We're trying to let it crack down through these 90s here. Didn't want to break those 90s there, guys. Bouncing up one more time. Adrian, you'll be fine. Just stick to the trade you know how to do. The real key is, I like to look at the SPY on a 15 or an hourly, and we're still in a bearish trend right now. It's a micro bearish trend. I'm trying to see if it's really going to hold these 289s and break down, get to the next level, which would be 286, or if it's going to scoop up here and try to get back there to 292s. Trying to be patient here. Trying to let Urban crack down into the 80s and trying to let ANF crack down to 16. Already took the profit targets that I wanted in ANF, so I'm kind of happy with this trade regardless of these last 100 shares. Even if I stop out break even on ANF, I can just focus here on Urban because that's where I got the sizing in now. That's where I need to make sure I take some good profit as this breaks the 90s. On what stock, Adrian? What stock did you nail? All right, I feel like we're going to get this breakdowns here, guys. So I'm paying attention to an ANF rejection off 615, a breakdown through 2090s. Ooh, you're wild, Adrian. You're wild. You're right. You did see the VWAP bounce. No, Sam, I do like them. I've been trying to learn how to trade bigger cap stocks myself. I've been calling out Disney pretty well. Disney is one of the stocks that I like trading. I feel like it moves at least readable. I do think Apple is a stock to watch. I have traded it in the past. I can see that long VWAP bounce there. Huge VWAP bounce there. You have to risk about 25 cents, maybe even 30 cents 50 cents, but you can get spikes that are as big as 75 cents or $1. So good rejection there off of 16.15 there for ANF. We should get this breakdown in Urban into the 80s. I'm looking maybe to add sizing into ANF, add that 100 shares right back and try to knock it through 16. It has to be at 16, 13, 16, 15s for me to get that ad so that I can get to 1620 where the VWAP would be, and I can knock this down and try to add some shares into this. All right, let that knock down here, come back up to 12s or 13s, and then I can take that trade. There's those 80s showing up for Urban. Let's see if we can get a crackdown through the 80s. Should get that momentum right here, at least to break it down to 85, 86s. Not really seeing the share size going through on Urban. That's really what I want to see. Share size coming in here. I like it, Adrian. Just protect your profits. Make sure that that your risk to reward is the same on every trade. That's one of the best things you can do as a trader. So that way, if you do lose on this trade, you are, like you said, you'll still be good in the green. If you win on this trade, you'll have a nice big green day. So take your patience, take your time with this trade. Don't rush into it. I know you got this, Adrian. Good work. Good work. Yeah, I really like how Scott, Sam, Adrian. We also got Austin usually, but he's already out of here. I like how you guys are keeping up with the chat, talking to each other, working it out, and focusing on your trading. That's how you do it. Good job. Yeah, Twillo, Sam. Twillo. I saw Twillo today. I wanted to get that fade, man. Did you see that fade? That fade on Twillo today was amazing. I actually was looking at this one, but when you see those high wicks, I drew a trend line and I drew it to 132. I thought it was going to bounce to 132 and then reject. If that would have happened, I would have tried to get short there off of 132.32s, about a 20-cent risk. But Sam, I did see that Twillo. I do like that one. All right, guys, getting a low there of 88 or 87. Let's see if we can crack down here, and I'll take some profit. Getting a bounce back for that A&F. That was an expected one. All right, it needs to reject here off this 92s. I don't like that squeeze there, A&F. All right, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to cover a little bit more here for Urban just to make sure that we get paid out here. A&F is going to come back up to VWAP. It's already at a point where we either got to add here at 1620 and hold to our risk or just hold break even on the rest. Took a little bit off there in Urban. Wanted to let it break down, but didn't want to break through the 80s, so I took a little bit more. Now I have 68, at least going to be in the green for the day, regardless of what happens here, and I can just let the rest of these trades work and then get on out of here. All right, there, rejection off 1615. That's fine. That's something that we wanted to see there. All right, so now we can go ahead and figure out where we want to hit our ad here. If it holds these 1613s or 1615s, pushes out there, we can just let it go. Back to 1610, it can crush down through the 16s. All right, guys, seeing RKDA with a hard down move there, guys. Now down to 1680s, cracked the $7. Didn't want to break through that. Be careful with that stock, guys. I agree with Scott and Sam here, guys. Just keep working on your kind of longs. Once you feel like you got that under your belt, then you can start taking some shorts, and then you can work in between. That's really, I think, what it takes to be a really profitable trader, is that when you stick to only one strategy, it's kind of hard because there's days that you really got to hold back. There's days where you got to let go. And that's the hardest thing to do with a strategy that you trade every single day. There's going to be days where it's just not working, days where it's going against you, and days where you need to have capital preservation. So if you're able to trade both ways, maybe figure out a strategy in both directions, you can probably find that play when the other one's not active. And that's what I try to do. That's why I trade long and short. Try to get VWAP bounces, kind of bull flags on the long, And for shorts, I like the VWAP fade and also the VWAP reject. All right, there you go, guys. There's a push into the 80s for Urban. That looks good. Hold here, guys, for A and F. Just hold for a second. See if we can get this to flip right back down and start putting pressure on the 1613s. A and F back up there and holding, guys. Definitely don't want to see it hold here and get into the 1620s. Got to see a quick rejection here at 1620s and see some sizing get in so I can see the shorts. Same thing is in here for Urban. Want to see it knock down here. I want sizing to get in here and get it to the 85s. Yeah, RKDA, you got to be careful with shorting that one. I really like to wait for the first red day, and I don't think today's going to be it, but that's up to you, Adrian. Majority of traders are watching this stock. I just feel like it has too many fake outs in one direction for you to play it and have kind of that confidence. So just be careful with it. If you do trade it, try to trade it with small size. Try to gain the trade, not gain the realize. Doesn't look bad though. It's a good breakdown there, what we call price action breakdown through the 7. Good job, Adrian. All right, guys, getting to that point where I need to wrap up trading. Need to get out of here around 10:30 my time. So getting up to these 1620s here. Might choose to add sizing and then just hold the rest break even. All right, guys, adding that sizing right back in there. Now I'm going to have to hold to the VWAP, guys. Hold to the VWAP for A and F. So now break-even pricing is 1620s. We'll get out at 1621. Urban, we're going to let that try to break down through the 80s here. If not, if this bounces up to VWAP, that's where we can hit the ad and try to knock it down. But I think this one could get through right here in the 80s. Good ad there for A and F as we see a good reaction there, good red candle. Let's see if we can get knocked down through 1610. Yeah, the market should definitely wake up, Adrian. A lot of these big movers should start getting the stocks to move. Another big thing is going to be in September. We have a big Fed meeting coming up, so I think that's really going to be something to watch for. and something to look for in September. September 27th, I believe we have a Fed meeting that's going to be one of the most important ones of the year. I agree, Scott. I think that's actually the way you got to start looking at things. There's times where there's continuation patterns and there's times where there's range patterns. If you start learning how to attack sometimes the range when things are tight, you'll be able to take some more profit. Yeah, you'll be a little bit quicker to your profit. Your accuracy level needs to be a little higher, but I think it's kind of how you have to trade sometimes. Sometimes you got to go for that tighter range and just take the base hits, take little base hits, little base hits, little base hits until you start seeing the home runs present themselves, and then you can go for home runs. Yeah, one of the major things I watch is Fed meetings. Fed meetings are one of the biggest, especially when they're going to release a kind of economic outlook. Yeah, Scott, I would definitely take a look into that. See what you can learn. See if your data tells you the same. I always think that data never lies, and if you focus on the data, you'll be able to try to kind of find patterns in your trading and patterns in the market itself. Sometimes there is times where I do think scalping strategies work better because what you're doing is you're going for the range, taking the scalp, and getting out of there. Sometimes the way that I trade a lot of times hold and hold and hold. Sometimes this goes well for me, sometimes it's not. It's really going to be due to the market environment. I think I need to adjust and learn how to do range trades like John's been taking lately, and maybe that's why he's been doing so well with the fake out VWAP fade. But at the end of the day, you can only stick to the system that you got. And that's why we always stress the system that you need to build for yourself so that you can get consistent profits. All right, there, guys. Down there to the 87s, 85s for Urban. Urban cracked down a little bit there. Getting down to the low. The low is just 85. I don't know if it's going to be able to crack down and get to the 80s. Might just take profit here and call it a day, guys. Giving it a second here in Urban. Not seeing the breakdown that I need to see here. All right, guys, taking profit there in Urban. Just going to celebrate the win. I think this one can go down to maybe breaking down to the lows, but it's already on the support there. I'm going to take the profit, celebrate the win, get myself $100 in the green, and just celebrate the day. Good Monday. All right, guys, this is coming up to our break-even rate. We're not going to let it go past break-even here. For ANF, if it does get to 1620s, we got to hold. 1621s, we're out here, and we'll just celebrate the day, guys. There's 1620 showing up there, guys. About to step out of here. All right, 21 showing up there. About to step out here, guys. $22 showing up on the bid and ask there. Nothing filling though. That's why I'm giving it 1 second here. Nothing filling. All right, I got a rejection there, so I'm going to give it a second to get right back above to the 1621s. If we see those just flow through the time and sales, I'll get out of here. But I'm looking at the time and sales. I need to see orders flow in here at 1620s or 1621s. I'm not seeing that, so I'm holding right now. There's it. There it shows up on the level 2. We got 100 shares to go through at 1620s. Another rejection there. That's what we mean by price rejection. Getting to a key price point, and as soon as it gets there, you don't see the time and sales fill. You see it slow down and immediately tick right back down. And that's what we're trying to see. That's called price rejections. So now we know 1620 is a key price point. If we do see it get filled there, get filled hard there, we got to step out. All right, 1622 showing up there. It fills, I'm out. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me for today. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the day here. We do still have the scanners up. I'll find out if we're going to leave it up, but not a bad Monday. I'll take that anytime. We got originally we were up in CVS about $76. We lost that gain. Sometimes that's going to happen. We stayed in the fight, took a hit on BRZU. We're able to make our way back here on ANF and Urban. Saw kind of the same patterns there. Took the same trade, made some good profit, and I'll take that. All right, traders, seeing the SPY come back there. SPY come back there. Apple break out there. Definitely going to leave some stocks alone. Not going to push here and call it a day, guys. Enjoy that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I always want you guys learning from me, either when I'm losing or winning. Certain times I will lose, and you guys can gain the experience and maybe learn and grow from it. And that's really the important thing and why John and I do what we do. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and leave kind of my chart up for right now in the live stream. I'm sure we'll be cutting the live stream soon. Scanners are still up. Scanners are still up. If you want to go ahead and check out the scanners, definitely go ahead and check them out. If you want to continue trading, I would suggest you look at these scanners or check out Trade Ideas themselves. They'll be having a kind of a test run right now on Trade Ideas. If you go through our link, you can get 15% off. But also definitely check out the test run on Trade Ideas. They even have their AI that you can use right now. You'll be able to use their premium AI and see how Holly trades. All right, guys, I'm going to go get ready. I got to get ready for work. You guys take it easy. Have a good one. Always hit the like button on both of us. Both of the streams, and always comment. I think that we could definitely have some more comments in our videos, guys. We want to teach you guys, and that's what we're here for. So if you guys do see videos that you like or want to see videos on something else, please let us know as we continue to make better content and more content intended for you guys and your learning. All right, that's going to do it for me today, guys. All right, you guys have a great one, okay? Take it easy.